Hello friends, today I am going to tell about the Zika virus, which is an outbreak in the Kerala, Trivandrum. Usually it is an vector-borne disease that is from the Aedes mosquito. Especially from the Aedes aegypti species. And it is the first, this Zika virus is first reported in Uganda forest, which is in Africa. And this virus belongs to Flaviviridae family of single-stranded virus, RNA virus. And this virus is transmitted usually vertically, that is due to during birth during birth from mother to fetus. And it can cross, this virus can cross the placental barrier and infects the child, mainly the neural system of the child. And it is also an horizontal transmission, that is sexual transmitted and the blood transfusions. And if the mosquito will bite a person through the skin, it will enter the blood and causes the viremia. And this virus particles are going to enter the cerebrospinal fluid and causes the neurological manifestations. And usually it also releases from tears. Hence we can find some viral particles in tears also. And coming to the signs and symptoms, mostly the infected Zika virus patients are asymptomatic. It requires an incubation period of 14 days after infection by the Aedes mosquito. And the symptoms will develop uh, in after 14 days, and these symptoms will um, be last only for up to 7 days, if the because in first 7 days, the first 7 days the immune system will activate and the IgM antibodies are going to form against this Zika virus. And is an asymptomatic. If the symptoms will develop, the symptoms are the fever, because it is going to enter the blood. And there will be a release of the cytokines. And it also causes the rashes, that is a maculopapillary rashes, and the joint pain, conjunctivitis. And rarely it causes the myocarditis and the pericarditis, which is the inflammation of the myocardium and the pericardium of the heart. Usually the major complications include the Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is an ascending paralysis, that is the loss of motor function usually occur from lower part to the upper part. If it affects the diaphragm, then there is going to have the respiratory paralysis and they may end up into the death. And most complicated is the neural, because this virus is going, if it is transmitted congenitally, these virus particles are going to attack the neural progenitor cells. These neural progenitor cells are going to decrease in number. See here, if it is transmitted vertically, that is from mother to child, the more risk of infection of the pregnant woman is at the first and second trimester. It is going to destroy the neural precursor, hence the brain is underdeveloped and the brain will be a small brain. Usually we are going to see the microcephaly as a sign, as a symptom. And we are going to see the ventriculomegaly and some calcified bodies in the CT scan. And the visual abnormalities and the hearing abnormalities are going to see in the vertically transmitted fetus, that is called the congenital Zika infection, usually occur in the first and the second trimester. And usually there is no treatment for this, and there will be only the conservative treatment. There is a symptomatic treatment. If you are going to get the fever, then use an acetaminophen. And the patient will be usually hydrated and taking in enough sleep. And there are no viruses and the vaccines for this Zika virus. And prevention by mosquito repellents and mosquito control. And you can diagnosis can be made through RT-PCR. The RT-PCR will works only before the 7 days, because before 7 days the immune system is not much reacted for it. After 7 days, we can detect the IgM antibodies in the blood. Thank you.